guys, my name's Shauna and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the 19 books that I have to read before I can buy any more books in 2019. Now, I would like to make a quick disclaimer because I actually have failed miserably on this. I've already bought more books and I've only barely made a dent in this stack, but I will be discussing the books that I have read or I'm in the middle of reading as we go through this list. So here we go. The first book on my list is A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, and this is the second book in the Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I think it's just going to be a duology, but basically they are companion novels, and I adore these books. I adore them. I got A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue in an Owl Crate box. That's why the cover's a little different. And I fell in love with it. I didn't know that I liked historical fiction. I didn't know how much I would love this book. I would have never picked this up in a bookstore. So I'm so happy that I got this book. And The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy has not disappointed. I'm actually doing a reading vlog on that book. So as I'm reading through it, you're going to get my instant reactions and everything like that as they come. So I'm really excited about finishing up that book. I'm about 100 pages in right now. The second one on my list is Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. This is I don't know exactly what they're called, but it's like companion novels, all written by #1 bestsellers, and I have 3 of them. My other 2 copies that I have of Batman and Catwoman are both signed, which is really cool. So I was a little bummed that I couldn't get Warbringer, but I did pick this one up. This was the first one in the series, so I'm not surprised I wasn't able to get that. But anyways, these are the retellings of the classic DC characters, and they're really good. Unfortunately, I have not read any of the comics, and I didn't even see Wonder Woman in theaters. But let's not talk about that. So I don't know. So I'm going into these not really knowing the characters as they were in the comics and things like that. So I know that had been some people's feelings on them as they weren't the characters that they knew. So I'm really enjoying it so far, and sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this book. I'm currently reading this one as well. So like I said, I have the signed copy of Batman and the signed copy of Catwoman, which are all on my list of books to read in 2019. This next book, I have finished this book. It is the second book in the Red Queen series, and that's Glass Sword. I finished this book maybe about a couple days ago. I was not as into it as I was Red Queen. I'm really hoping King's Cage is better and I enjoy it more. I don't know what it was about Glass Sword. I just couldn't get into it. But I'm really hoping, like I said, the next one will be better and I'll enjoy it more. The next book in my stack of books is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I absolutely adore the Luna Chronicles series, so I'm sure I'm going to love Heartless. Also, Alice in Wonderland, hello, why not? I'm really excited about this one. It's just been waiting for me to pick it up since I got it. So the next book I have to read in my stack of books is The Elysian Prophecy by Vivian Reese. I can't turn these books right. There we go. It's The Elysian Prophecy by Vivian Reese. I've literally had this book since it came out in February. And I have been meaning to read it. It sounds amazing. Basically, it follows a brother and a sister after their father gets attacked. And they basically find this new world that they didn't know existed, and I think their family struggles with mental illness, and what that plays into what is basically Annalisa. And I really love Vivian, and I know this book has like high ratings on Amazon, and seriously, look how gorgeous this cover is. Like, I can't even, just look at how gorgeous it is. And I love reading self-published books as well, so this one has been on my list, and I just haven't got to it, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so this one is actually 4 books in the same series. It's the Marked series by Kristen and PC Cast. And I just, like, I got it because my novel is a book about vampires, so I should read other books about vampires. And I started it, and I just never finished it. And me and my husband, we went to a small bookstore in our hometown, and they had all these on sale, so I just bought 4 of them to get the series started, and I just haven't got to them yet, guys. I just need to get to them, and I just want to read them and be done with them. But I know there's like a million books in this series, so obviously I got to get through these ones first before I can get to the other books. The next book I read was A Girl on the Train. I love psychological thrillers, so I thought that I would really enjoy this book. I did finish this one already this year. And, well, since I made my post. And I was not really that impressed. I thought it was okay. It kept my interest, but I kind of guessed who the killer was already. And it just wasn't, I didn't understand why everybody was so hyped about it. And then I watched the movie thinking that maybe it would explain something more, and it really didn't. I had very meh feelings about this book. So probably like a 3-star read overall. I don't exactly remember what I gave it on Goodreads. But yeah, I just wasn't impressed. So yeah, that was Girl on the Train. Next book I have on my list is The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. I've watched Lindsay's YouTube videos, so I've been meaning to pick up some of her books. And I'm really excited. I'm really intrigued by The Murder Complex because I really like the darker side of things. So I like blood, murder, death, all that stuff. And I really like Lindsay as a person from her YouTube videos. So I'm very excited about this book and to get this one started too. I think there might be 3 books in that series. The next book I have is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. This book, it is about, I don't remember. Oh, another dark book. A diabolic is ruthless, a diabolic is powerful, a diabolic has a single task, kill, in order to protect the person you've been created for. Nothing else. Yeah, so this is another one of those dark books that I absolutely love. I'm very excited to get into this one as well. And I think the second book came out offhand. I don't remember what it's called. Fairly recently, so I'm very excited about this book. And like, look how cool this butterfly is with all the knives. I love it. So this is the next book on the list, The Darkest Corners by Kara Thomas. And this book here, I think it is another psychological thriller. I don't exactly remember. I got it in the bargain books bin. Yeah, she's just trying not to remember what happened that last summer. Tessa and Callie have never talked about what they saw that night. So yeah, this is another one of those thrillers that I really enjoy. So I know that I'm going to like this book, and I can't wait to finally pick it up. Stealing Snow, retelling by Danielle Page. I love retellings, and that's really it. I just need to read this book and enjoy it for what it is, and I've actually got another retelling on here too. So I can't wait to read this book. It sounds awesome, and I just need to get into it. The next book on my list is The Hazelwood by Melissa Elbert. I've read this book. My husband also listened to it because we were listening to it on an audiobook, a little bit of it, while we were driving down to Ohio. And I feel like I wanted to love this book because it had like the dark fantasy, or the dark fairy tales that I love. But I don't know what it was. It disappointed me a little bit. I didn't get into the hype of it when it first came out, so I kind of missed that aspect of it. But so I didn't really have any expectations going in because I didn't get it when all the hype was going on. So I was able to kind of see it freshly, I guess. But it started out really slow, and I think that's my main problem with it, is for about 200 pages it was just like really slow, and then when everything started happening with the stuff that I wanted to see, the darker stuff from the fairy tales, it was like over. And so I don't know. It was a pretty good book. I would recommend it. I think I might have given it 4 stars, maybe? I don't remember what I gave it on Goodreads. But overall, it was a pretty good book. I did enjoy it. It's just really slow to start, so if you can get through that, then it's a pretty good book. Next book is another bargain bin find, Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. I love retellings, like I just said, so I can't wait to get into this one. Another Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. So I'm really excited about this. What do I have, like 3 retellings in my stack? I just love them. No regrets. And I Darken. So I was pretty excited when I was at Barnes & Noble Sunday because I saw this under teen romance, which at first I thought was kind of weird, but that makes me kind of excited about it because I love, like I said, I love romance plus fantasy combined together, and I think this is going to be like the perfect book for me. So I after seeing it at Barnes & Noble, like this might be the next book that I pick up. So really excited about this one. So with that, that's the 19 books that I have to read in 2019 before I buy any more books, even though I've already bought more books. But if you guys read some of these books on this list, like let me know what your thoughts were down in the comments, and we can talk about them because I am really excited about this stack that I have, and so yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.